Right now, lawmakers are discussing a bill that would create more oversight of homeschooling families.
And hundreds of those families have come to the public hearing to voice their opposition. Our colleague, NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino, is live from the Legislative Office building. And Mike, what exactly would this bill do?
Well, Amber and Kevin, this is one of many bills that have come out this session in response to two high-profile cases involving the Department of Children and Families. And Democrats say that this is about trying to ensure the quality of education that homeschool families have. But as you've mentioned, many of those families have come out today saying that those cases have nothing to do with them.
Looking to just put in a minimal level of standards.
The legislature's Education Committee is considering more oversight for homeschool families, but it's drawing strong opposition, including hundreds of protesters who came to a public hearing at the Legislative Office building.
I think the regulation kind of takes out the flexibility that makes homeschooling so powerful and so effective.
Right now, families simply need to notify districts when they want to homeschool their children. Under the bill, public schools would need to share that with the Department of Children and Families, and households with an active DCF investigation would not be able to withdraw. Homeschooling families would also need to show they're providing an education on par with public schools.
We should all be concerned about this. There's a whole process that maybe DCF gets involved, all kinds of really horrible things.
The bill is part of the legislature's response to 11-year-old Mimi Torres-Garcia, who was found dead in New Britain. Several family members, including her mom, are charged in connection with her murder. The family pulled the girl from school, but was also being investigated by DCF. The city's former mayor, who is running for governor, says this bill does nothing to protect kids.
This law is not Mimi's law, okay? What they did was they used her as a tool to try to push all of their other narrative that they've been trying to push for years now.
A separate committee is looking at reforms to DCF.
Made a commitment to look at the social welfare system, the DCF system, nonprofits that deal with young people.
DCF questions if they can actually process an expected 2,000 notices for families who withdraw their kids from public school. And local school boards say they don't have the staffing to conduct reviews. Democrats say they'll look at more funding, but other supporters note this bill, if approved, would be phased in over years.
Very slow rollout. So our hope is that will give time for districts and others to adjust to what the new framework would be.
Now nearly 300 people signed up to testify both here in person and remotely, and one committee member told me that he expects that this will go well past midnight, but there's not any other action that's going to be happening today. In fact, the committee has until March 23rd to vote whether or not they want to send this bill to the full legislature. Live from the Legislative Office building, Mike Savino, NBC Connecticut News.